Well, after a long week of contemplation, reading about it, and watching as many YouTube videos as I could, I did it. I put my money down and I pre-ordered a Mavic Mini. Now let me just say right off the bat, I don't consider the Mini to be an upgrade from my Spark. I'm looking at it as being more complementary. It's just going to be a fun drone that the whole family could fly, and an inexpensive way to get around some of those Spark limitations, as well as adding some more capabilities. So here are my 5 reasons for getting a Mavic Mini. New drone regulations came into effect in Canada on June 1st, 2019. In order to keep flying my Spark, I had to register it with the government, I had to write and pass an exam to become a certified drone pilot, but not only that, I also had to start keeping maintenance logs, flight logs, and just following a whole raft of procedures. And also that meant my wife could no longer fly unless she wrote the exam and became a certified pilot too. And that's something she just doesn't have the time or inclination to do. Canadian drone laws apply to all drones from 250 grams up to and including 25 kilograms. So technically, none of the new regulations apply to the Mavic Mini, which weighs in at a meager 249 grams. Now, that doesn't mean I can just do whatever I want. I still have to respect provincial laws and local bylaws. I still can't fly in national parks or provincial parks, nor can I fly my Mini in downtown Calgary. I can, however, fly in many city parks, which is something that is absolutely not allowed with the larger drones. Overall, a sub 250 gram drone in Canada means a lot more freedom, a lot less paperwork, and best of all, it gets my wife back in the game. I really like the idea of longer flight times. The Spark's advertised flight time is 16 minutes, but in reality, you're getting closer to 12. Now, I mostly got around that problem by loading up on batteries, but even having 6 batteries sometimes, it still felt like it wasn't sufficient. When I take my Spark on longer hikes and mountain bike rides, I take all 6 batteries. And that's a lot of bulk and weight to stuff into a small hydration pack. And you know how it is, you get your Spark up and you get it way out there and you just start capturing that great footage and boom, there's your battery warning and you have to go back home. So I'm really excited about less battery anxiety and a lot more airtime. Coming from the Spark with its 2-axis gimbal, I needed to fly with a lot more care to get good stable shots for my videos. And knowing it didn't have stabilization on the pan axis, I pretty much avoided pan shots altogether. I'm definitely not bashing the Spark because it did an amazing job with the 2-axis gimbal plus software stabilization. But knowing that I have a 3-axis gimbal, I can concentrate more on just getting the shot, knowing that the gimbal is going to handle any of that unwanted movement for me. The Mavic Mini can also shoot full HD video at 60 frames per second, which offers some good options for slow motion. Using either a 24 or 30 frames per second timeline, I can slow that footage down to 40% or 50% of regular speed respectively for a really nice smoothing effect. The DJI Spark was my first drone and I've had an absolute blast learning about it and sharing my experiences, tips and techniques with all of you. The Mavic Mini will be that first drone experience all over again. And I really relish the opportunity to learn its quirks and limitations, discover its capabilities, and really figure out how to get the best results out of it. I feel like the Mavic Mini will be a really popular drone, especially among first-time flyers. And I suspect those folks will have lots of questions, and I hope I can provide some of those answers. With the Mavic Mini, my wife gets to join in on the fun. Instead of waiting around for me to finish flying, she can now get in on the action. Jen and I have already been discussing some of the cool shots we could get with 2 drones. And I think the Mavic Mini is a really inexpensive and capable option for a second drone. And I think too, it's always great to have another perspective. I have my shooting style and my favorite shots, and Jen's gonna have a completely different take on things. While I'm shooting in one area, she could be in a totally different place, capturing stuff that I didn't even notice. I feel that adding another perspective, unique styles, and creativity is going to give me a lot more options for my videos, and I'm really excited to see what we can come up with. And one bonus reason, simplicity. This drone is just about getting out there, flying, having fun, capturing great photos and videos without having to worry about ISO or shutter speed, ND filters, or all the baggage that comes with Canadian drone laws. I think it's going to be a really fun drone, if I get to fly it. Well, that's it for this one, guys. Let me know if you have the Mavic Mini on order or it's on your wish list. And don't worry, Sparky is still going to see plenty of adventures. He's just going to have to share the spotlight a little bit. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.